Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, May 21st, 2012, and I'm Tim Bartos. This is my guest, Dr. Robert Leopold, and I'm going to tell you more about him in just a minute. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, or logging on, I should say, for the first time, this is a live web chat, which means we are here to take your questions. I'm the host of 6 on Seniors, which is seen right here each and every Monday during the noon news with Liz Bishop. And we talk about all kinds of things that relate to seniors and to caregivers and everyone else in between. And this is meant to be an extension of what we talk about during the noon news. And today we talked about osteoporosis. And Dr. Leopold is here to answer questions regarding that. And so we look forward to taking your questions. There are actually 3 ways that you can get questions to us. You can send them via email at this address right here, chat@cbs6albany.com, or you can send them through the CBS6 Facebook page. And if you haven't become a friend of CBS6 yet on Facebook, please be sure to do so. We have over 16,000 friends on CBS6 Facebook page. And while you're at it, you might want to consider becoming a friend of Baptist Health Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We have almost 600. We'd love to have you click yes as a friend on that site. And I don't know, perhaps you have a website. I don't know, a Facebook page?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, the doctor doesn't have one. He may get one at some point, but he doesn't right now. But consider that. So send your questions either through email or through Facebook, or if you Twitter. If you use Twitter, you can tweet us a question, and we'd love that too. So anyway, those are the ways that you can get in touch with us. We are right now live in the CBS6 studios right here on Balltown Road in Niskayuna. And let's get started. Now, those of you who watch every week know that I always have a thought for the week. And my thought for this week is, as we're moving into the summer season here in upstate New York, don't own a boat. Have a friend who owns a boat. What do you think about that?
I think that's great advice.
You do? Oh, gosh. I think you were saying to me before we started that you had a boat at one time?
Yes, I did have a boat. Yeah. And again, the happiest time was when, for my wife, was when I got rid of it finally.
For your wife, anyways, when you got rid of it. Oh, gosh, that's funny. Well, anyway, sitting to my right is Dr. Robert Leopold. He is a orthopedic surgeon with Schenectady Regional Orthopedic Associates right here on Liberty Street in Schenectady. You did some work with the United States Navy in your younger days?
Yes, right? I was on active duty for 2 years in the Navy. 2 years in the Navy? Yes.
Okay. You have your bachelor's degree from Fordham University?
Yes.
And you did some internship work out at the Los Angeles County USC Medical Center?
Yes.
Right, and then your residency was done right here locally at Albany Med. And you are also assistant clinical professor, as I understand it, at Albany Medical Center in the Department of Surgery Division of Orthopedics?
Yes.
Right? Okay,
yes.
And you're still doing that?
Yes.
And you're a member of the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, the New York State Medical Society, Schenectady County Medical Society, Eastern Orthopedic Association, and the New York State Society of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Yes.
So, Dr. Leopold, I can't thank you enough for coming down today and being my guest. We've got, I have a ton of questions, as always, and we are getting some questions through Facebook. We're getting some questions through Facebook. So I think what I'm going to do is start with those, if that's all right with you.
That's fine.
Yeah. Did you have a nice weekend, by the way?
Very good. It was a great weekend.
Wasn't it beautiful?
Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, it really was.
Gosh, it was so nice. I hope this means we're going to have a really nice summer.
I hope so.
Everybody's hoping that. So, anyway. All right, Mary Ann is asking, what is a good way to manage arthritis in the knees? Is that something you can help us with?
Sure. That's an open-ended question because it depends on what stages the arthritis is. For instance, there's very early arthritis and very late arthritis. The very late arthritis, we're talking about surgery with knee replacement. But in the very beginning, the important things are, I think, exercise. Keep your muscles strong. Number 2, watch your weight and conditioning. That's always adds to it. Too much weight, too much force on the knees. Avoid activities which tend to increase discomfort. For instance, if kneeling and squatting crouching, bother you, try to avoid doing that. Try to avoid going up and down stairs unnecessarily, things like that. So anything that you find hurts, avoid that, and that will keep you more comfortable. And after that, after the exercises, the weight, the conditioning, avoiding activities, one starts off with a simple anti-inflammatory medication, such as naproxen or ibuprofen, just things to relieve some of the inflammation and pain. Take it as needed. If it starts increasing beyond that, then we're talking about physical therapy for exercises. In the early stages, we'll give injections of cortisone into the knee. There are other injections we can give. And beyond that, when the knee wears away completely to the point where nothing is helping it, that's when people need surgery to have knee replacements. So in the early stages, just avoid the activities which bother it, simple medications, exercise, keeping in shape.
Now, how does one know if they're in the early stages or later stages? I guess just from pain tolerance, right? I mean, we all have different levels of tolerance, but if you start to notice pain or discomfort,
discomfort, stiffness in the morning, sitting for a while and then getting up, it feels stiff or aches, finding you have pain going up and down stairs, so you know when things have changed. And when it first does, that's usually it's pretty early.
Sure. So a good time to make an appointment and see a specialist and find out what's going on there.
Right. And X-rays tell you the degree of damage to the joint.
We're getting, Marianne, thank you very much for your question. I hope that was helpful. We're getting a question from Dawn, and Dawn is asking, what is the difference between osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis?
Okay. Well, the difference is osteoarthritis is more like a degeneration, a wearing away that comes with age, and it also comes with an injury. It's much like if you have a little crack in the asphalt, all of a sudden with trucks going over it, it gets bigger and it becomes more involved. It's a mechanical type thing. And osteoarthritis is much like that. If you've damaged it through having a torn cartilage or a fracture, it's rough. It never gets quite as smooth, and it just keeps wearing away with time. And osteoarthritis is usually involves one or a couple of joints. Whereas rheumatoid arthritis is actually a generalized body disease. It's an inflammation. We call it an autoimmune disease, which means the body starts attacking itself. It starts with the lining of the knee or the hip or any joint becoming thickened and inflamed and fluid forms, and it usually involves many joints, although it can just involve one. So it's a generalized, what we call inflammatory or autoimmune disorder, as opposed to a mechanical problem that osteoarthritis is.
Now, you mentioned osteoarthritis, or the chances of getting osteoarthritis increases with age.
Yes.
But a person of any age can really get that. Is that right? Or
well, if they've had an injury, or we call it traumatic arthritis, that can occur at any age. If you had a fracture within a joint, that nice smooth surface is injured, that leads to arthritis. Whereas I should say rheumatoid arthritis you can get in a baby, you can get it in a 1 or a 2-year-old, all the way, at any particular age, although it's more common in females after age 20 or 30,
Yes, the osteoarthritis would come from an injury.
Injury or
just get older, right?
Yeah, but rheumatoid can come in children. They call it juvenile rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay, thank you. And Dawn, thank you for your question, and I hope that was helpful. And another question here, and that is there a certain type of arthritis that is related to lupus?
Well, lupus is much like rheumatoid arthritis in the sense that it's an autoimmune disease, meaning that the body is attacking itself. So the manifestations are much like rheumatoid arthritis. You'll get swelling of a joint, and the cells in the body start attacking the cartilage and cause wearing away of that and destruction of the joint. So it's much like manifestations are the same really as rheumatoid arthritis.